Hi everyone! This is my first video in my new Animal Crossing series. I am so excited to start this adventure and see what ways I can connect two of my favorite things, Animal Crossing and performing my own music. This video might be a little different from the other ones you'll be seeing in this series. I had to find my island map first and had a bit of trouble with that. It took 35 minutes, which honestly isn't that bad, but felt like forever to me. I had three specific things I was looking for, and you'll be seeing what those three specific things are after this little intro clip. Once you get through that footage, then I'll be narrating how I progressed in the story, and you'll be seeing how I played through my first 3 in-game days. So, let's get to map hunting. So the river needs to be on the left and at the bottom, and I would preferably like resident services to be as far away as possible. I would like a blue airport, and I would like a native fruit that is not cherries or oranges. So let's see how long it takes to get all three of those things. Alright, let me go with this one, and then I need to see the fruit and the airport color. Open my eyes. It's pears! Airport be blue, airport. Ah! I'm gonna go with this one, just because the peninsula is up at the top. Okay, we have pears again. A red airport, that's an option? Wait a minute. I didn't even know that an orange airport or a red airport was an option. Maybe Alto Cliff had a green airport. I don't know. One of my islands had a green airport and the other island had a yellow airport. So I thought blue was the only other option. I'm really tempted to keep going for blue. I'm gonna keep going for blue. None of them have the format that I want. Okay. I don't know. I may as well just go for it. May as well. Maybe that pears is the only thing you could get for that. I don't know. But watch as I'm wrong. Watch as it shows up and it's freaking oranges. Ah, it's oranges! Didn't I literally say watch as it's oranges? Oh my gosh, they're all the format that I want them to be. Wow, okay. Maybe this really is it. Okay. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, it's peaches! Okay. Oranges. It's yellow! I'm really tempted to keep it. I don't know. I'm really tempted to keep going for a blue airport. I'm going for a blue airport. I'm gonna go with this one. Come on. Show me the native fruit. Show me the native fruit. Come on. Show me. Peaches, okay. Yellow! But fuchsia's here. I'm really tempted to keep going just because Fuchsia's here and she's my favorite villager. No, I'm going for the blue airport. None of these! This one looks pretty good. Peninsula, and they're on the same side, which I don't think I've ever had before. Okay, I feel pretty good about this one. I feel really good. You know what? I'm curious. If it has a blue airport, I might let it slide. Oh my gosh, it has a blue airport! Okay, you don't see that oranges are the native fruit, right? I'm really tempted to keep going with this one. I might just keep going. You know what? We're gonna go with this one.
Now that we finally had an island, Renee and Frobert were introduced as my starting villagers. Tommy gave me a tent and a map, and I set my tent up, as well as Renee's and Frobert's. Then it suddenly became evening, and Tom Nook asked me to collect 10 tree branches, which I did. Then I gave him the tree branches, and he asked me to get more oranges, which why wouldn't he have done that before? I don't know. Then we had the campfire, and that's when I got to suggest my island name. I went with Rayberry because my middle name is Renee and my last name is Barrier and my character's name is Felicia. So it's like saying I'm Felicia from Rayberry, and saying that is pretty much like saying my full name. So the island is truly mine. As you can tell, everybody liked this, and Tom Nook made that the official island name. So then he also made me the resident representative. After this, I was really tired, so I asked Tom Nook if I could go to bed, and he gave me a camping cot. So I went back into my tent, I put my camping cot down, and then I laid on top of it, and went to sleep. Then Kiki Slider appeared in my dreams and yapped for quite some time, but at the end of his speech, he let me know that game time would be in sync with real time. Then I woke up a whole day later, which is probably something I would do in real life. Tom Nook gave me a Nook phone, and the Nook phone had the Nook Miles app on it, which is how I'll be paying Tom Nook for my airfare and tent at the moment. Then I went to go visit Tom Nook again to learn how to craft. But I needed materials first, so I had to go get a bunch of tree wrenches. I crafted a flimsy fishing rod, and this gave me access to DIY recipes on my Nook phone. I used what I made to catch some bugs and some fish, and then I showed them all to Tom Nook. In return, he gave me the Critterpedia app and some more DIY recipes and some flour bags, a DIY recipe for a watering can, and finally, Blathers' tent. So I set that up, and then I moved on to the next in-game day. Tom Nook started day 2 with his announcements, and the first thing I did was see Blathers. He gave me DIY recipes for a vaulting pole and a shovel, and then I went back to Tom Nook. He asked about my house, which I got at the beginning of the day, and as a reward, he gave me a Nook Miles ticket, which is a surprise tool that will help us later. Then he told me to talk to Timmy about a shop, and Timmy told me to gather some materials. 30 wood, 30 hardwood, 30 softwood, and 30 iron nuggets. So I chopped as much wood as I could, and then I ran it to my villagers. Renee gave me a shovel, and Frobert gave me some iron nuggets. I went back to resident services to print another Nook Miles ticket because my rocks weren't giving me enough iron nuggets, so I needed to get more iron nuggets from more rocks on other islands. I talked to Orville for the first time at the airport and ran into Shino on my first island, which shocked me because I didn't know you could villager hunt this early. Anyways, I hit some rocks and I finally got just enough iron. Here's me getting the last of it.
3, 4, 5. Let's go!
I gave everything to Timmy, and then he gave me the shop kit. I picked a spot for the new shop, and then I went to the next in-game day. I went straight to the newly completed shop, where Mabel was talking to Timmy and Tommy about selling clothes on my island. I listened into this conversation, and then she left. I went straight to Tom Nook, and he was on his phone advertising the island package. He now has 3 interested parties, which are 3 different villagers that want to live here. He first asked me to build a bridge. He gave me the DIY recipe to build this bridge, and I built what I could with this workbench first. Then I had to chop more wood. I finally built the bridge construction kit, and found the perfect spot for the bridge. I went back to Tom Nook to tell him this, and he was happy. So he gave me the 3 housing kits, and now we're ready to hunt for 3 new villagers.
Well, now we're ready to invite 3 new villagers to Rayberry. I actually already have a really clear idea of who I want on this island, but you'll be seeing all of that in the next episode. I also have a fun musical twist for how I'll be villager hunting in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!